Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Masquerade Depth 8 because we just completed floor 80 a couple days ago, like 2 days on the live stream. And so in today's video, I want to talk about it. So the very first thing I want to showcase over here is, of course, just proving that I have actually completed Depth 8 all the way to rank 10. So that is, of course, floor 80. We did get rewarded all of those extra cosmetic goods, which is really nice because this rune whatever is actually the weapon camo but accessory version of Masquerade's sword, which looks absolutely amazing. There is one downside though, and that is that it costs 9 accessory points. I don't really know why it costs so much, but the sword looks absolutely badass. As you can see right here, it looks super cool. And yeah, I'm really glad that we did get this. Unfortunately, again, this is an accessory, as you can see, but it does cost 9 points, which is half of what you can hold, which is kind of ridiculous. So if you wanted to use all of the Rune Masquerader's accessories, it actually takes up all 18 slots. Now, keep in mind that I do actually have the NGS creator tag, which does take up 2 accessory slots, kind of silly. But yeah, you're basically using 16 out of 18 of your accessory slots to have the sword, to have the cape, as well as the mask. So these 3 right here. And a large amount of those accessory points are going into the sword. So it is a little bit silly. However, this is the only way for a braver to actually wield this weapon, because when floor 100 releases, when you complete that, you actually get this weapon camo. So it will be able to work on your sword as well as some other weapons. I believe they showed it on the NGS headline. However, it does not work on katanas. So I am very bummed about this because I really like the look of this sword. This sword looks absolutely amazing, but it doesn't work on katana. So as a braver, I won't be able to rock this sword, which makes me quite sad. But with that said, let's talk about Masquerade itself. So, you know, floor 80 was a little bit challenging, but it seemed like it was just because the boss was incredibly tanky. So the way that it works is the first half before the boss phases, it's actually very easy to DPS him down. Like, you can burst him down to half HP pretty easily, but after the boss gets down to half HP and they go into their awakened form, basically you'll see his sword change. That is when he gets really tanky, and then it really becomes a slog. So, you know, I don't have anything against it. It's not bad by any means, but it does slow down the fight by quite a bit, and it doesn't actually increase the difficulty of the fight per se. Like, sure, the boss hits a little bit harder, but it doesn't have any of those crazy mechanics that it had in the base game. So I'm hoping that Depth 9 and Depth 10 is when they introduce those, where it's like when you get hit, you get that HP debuff, or you get poisoned and you start losing HP really quickly and stuff like that. Technically, you can get poisoned already in Depth 8 and possibly Depth 7, I'm not sure. But you don't lose HP like incredibly quickly. Like, your HP just kind of slowly ticks down. It's barely noticeable. So maybe things will change in 9 and 10. Personally, I'm hoping that Depth 10 is going to be like really hard. But I think it's kind of wishful thinking at this point, considering that 7 and 8 were not that difficult. Now, of course, you do need gear. They have started to gear check you now as fights are taking longer and longer. I believe even with my quote-unquote best in slot gear, even though I'm not playing optimally, it's still taking me about like 5 minutes. I'm like sub 5 minutes per run. So each floor is taking quite a bit longer, considering that, you know, the older floors took like 3 minutes a run. So that does add up. It is starting to become a slog, but I do want to see more movesets. I do want to see more things about Masquerade. Maybe he can move a little bit faster. He does move pretty slow at the moment, especially again comparing to the base game. And I'm just wondering what they're going to do after we complete all 100 floors. Are they going to add anything else? Are they going to add an extra dual quest? Or are we just going to get stuck at Depth 10 and that's just going to be it? Yeah, I'm kind of curious on what they do with that, but nevertheless, it is worth farming Masquerade quite a bit in case you do need any of the dual capsule stuff over here. because, you know, they basically drop everything, which is very, very helpful. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.